wake up in the morning and you know it, that's not Thursday, it's Fridays with Mike. Fridays with Mike. When you wake up on Saturday, you gotta wait another week for Fridays with Mike. Fridays with Mike. Fridays with Mike.
Welcome to another Fridays with Mike with your host, Mike. I want to give you a quick peek at my bookshelf. Now, as you see in my bookshelf, I'm sure all of you were able to scan all those books. There's not a single one on video editing. I'm going to bring you through my self-taught process of sort of video editing. There's one thing I know about video editing, and that is it's a lot like cooking, and that is you want to start with the best ingredients. So when you're editing film, you want to start with good film, and then you can screw it up still, just like good ingredients. But better the product you start with, the better the end product. So let's take a look at the let's take a look at the computer and we'll get into it. Okay, so here we are at the computer again. And I just use iMovie for all of my basic editing processes. And what I do, the process that I do is everyone sends all of their information and everyone has their own little folder. Ben and Joy and Sonia and Bailey and Ryan and Diana. Everyone has their own folder, so when they send me information, I just plop it in that folder. And then I have a master folder over here. This folder is called Quarantine Church. This is where everything goes. This is where I keep everything for the different services that we've done. So you can see back to March 22nd, March 29th, Easter, April 5th, whatever. And I kind of keep everything in there. So what I end up doing is I turn everything into its own video, and then I drop it into a project. So right now I'm actually working on Ryan's sermon for this Sunday. And over here you can see here's all the different takes that he did. And then here's all of the slides that he did as well. And I put it into this timeline here. And then as I go through the timeline, this is where I can chop and edit and slice. And I can add transitions like cross dissolve and fade to black. These are pretty much the only two that I use. I think everything else looks just a little cheesy for what we're doing. But that's just my own opinion. I tend to err on the side of simplicity when it comes to certain types of aesthetics. Not all aesthetics, but most aesthetics. I don't use the backgrounds or titles really ever. I create all of the slides that you see in Canva, which is like an online graphic design website that you can use for free. And so I kind of just create all of the graphic stuff in here. This is actually from a template that Anna made, which looks way better than pretty much anything I could do. She seems to have a real grip on graphic design, and I'm like grasping at straws. So anytime you see a graphic and it looks good, it was Anna. And anytime you see a graphic and you're like, ooh, that's probably me. So this is how I do that. And then I just kind of plop these in. And I'm going to try a new thing this week, which I'm very excited about. And that's, I'm going to take the whole video and detach all of the audio and then run that audio through my audio software, which I showed you last week, and try to make sure that everything is sort of the same volume and sounding nice and pretty. And then I will reattach it to the video and then publish it that way. So this has been another Fridays with Mike. I have less to say about video editing because I just don't know a lot about it. But I am incredibly grateful that I have the opportunity to learn and to develop a new skill. So first of all, I want to say thank you for allowing me to do that. The generous giving that you as a church and community have provided is allowing us to continue to do ministry at Central and to love on the community, even though it's from a distance right now. But sincerely, from the bottom of my heart, and I know that the rest of the staff feels this way, thank you so much for your continued support, for your prayers, for your encouragement, for your comments, for your phone calls, for your laughter during this time. We greatly appreciate it. And I know that we say this every single day, but we cannot express to you how much we want to see you again and be in community with you again, face to face. That time will come soon. It won't be this Sunday. It won't be next Sunday, as Ryan said last week. But there will be a Sunday, hopefully this year, where we get to come back together as a church and just be together. And we're looking forward to that time. So let me know in the comments below what you'd like to hear about next. If you want me to sing another song, if you want me to talk about reading, or if you want me to talk about my dogs or whatever the case may be, I'm happy to kind of talk about whatever. I know that most of you probably just know me as the music guy, but I do have several other interests in life other than music, though none quite as potent as my love for music, but I'm always happy to chat. So thanks again for tuning in to Fridays with Mike with your host, Mike.